Okay.
I am recording now. Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the 2021 music review by Miles, and
Mine is 2010 to 2021.
no, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Adele.
Okay. Wait, so okay, so basically we're just gonna do like a comprehensive review of music, but I'm doing it of this year. But she's doing it like for favorite music. I'm doing it of this year, but she's doing it for like the past 10 years because she doesn't really listen to new music. But for the worst music, because we're also doing that, we're all doing the past year. And that's going to be interesting because I hated a lot of music this year. And she did as well. Okay. Do you want to start? Share your screen.
Okay. Disabled participant screen sharing, so you need to
Oh, how do I need it? How do I do this?
like 5 times. I don't know. I don't know how to do
Oh yeah,
Zoom.
yeah. Oh yeah, okay, now you can. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I don't want to screen share my settings. Okay. Can you see it now? Oh,
Yes, but okay, go present. She spoiled a little bit of it. Okay.
So these are my here, maybe you need to see my
Very
face.
colorful.
Can you see like this part right here?
The shrimp?
Yeah.
The prawns?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm vegetarian.
Oh, okay. No, I mean like the Zoom thing. Can you see that?
No, I don't. It's just your presentation.
Okay.
I moved our faces over to the top left, so.
Okay, whatever. Okay, these are my top 10 songs from 2010 to 2021 by me. Okay, I didn't do them in order because I can't pick favorites. So one of them is Bitch by Ali X, and why I like this song, I've been listening to it for a couple of years, probably like 4.
Exactly 4.
I don't
Gotta watch for this thing.
Give or take a couple of months. It's catchy. It's always in my brain. It never gets old. I mean, you could play it 69 times and that'd be fine. And then we have Queen by Perfume Genius. And I always want to say Perfume Genius by Queen because if you didn't already know, there's a pretty popular band called Queen. Why I like this song, it makes me feel like a girl boss. I like the singing part, the part that goes like, I also don't know how to feel about the album cover. I have mixed feelings because it looks way too similar to the Billie Eilish Happier Than Ever album cover, which this came out first, so I feel like she kind of copied, but you know, as Billie does. It's similar to Sides, also by Perfume Genius, but better. I also like that song, but it did not make the cut. Next is Waltz, Better Than Fine by Fiona Apple. Why I like this song, it's stop laughing. It's a serious presentation. Okay. It's in 3/4 time so that I can conduct it. So when it's like going, I can be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because that's how you conduct 3/4 time. It's not in 17/8 time, which is a more common time signature, but sorry, I had something stuck in my throat. And it makes me want to waltz. I can do a demonstration. I think this is square dancing, but I don't know how to waltz, so I think it's okay. Also, the album is from 2005, so it just doesn't really count. Anyways, I apologize. I just had to sneeze.
Yeah.
I laugh when I sneeze.
Fiona Apple doesn't really like releasing music, so like she's only released 2 albums within the last decade, and it was the second last was in 2012. So
Thanks for the input.
yeah.
I think Fetch the Bullheaders album is notable. Next song is Take a Slice by Glass Animals. I like this song because it has a good guitar part, and I've also been listening for years, maybe about 3 on this one. It's way better than Heat Waves in that entire new album, which I am not really a fan of. And I also have it on vinyl. I apologize, there's a spelling mistake on that slide. It should be vinyl instead of vinyls because I only have 1 copy instead of 2, or more than 2, I guess, which could be you can have more than 2 when you're talking plural. It doesn't have to be just 2, because then you would say I have a pair of vinyls, but
You'd still say vinyls though.
we don't really have to get into that right now.
What if you had like 1.5 vinyl? Would you like call it vinyls or vinyl, which makes more sense? Because it's not technically a full vinyl. So
This is not English class.
Okay.
So this is the album. It's probably my favorite vinyl other than 1,000 gecs by 100 gecs or the Blue Album by Weezer, because I have way more things on vinyl than just those. Okay, next song is Swarm Swamp Swim. Swarm Swamp Swim, if you were confused the first time on the pronunciation, by Cosmo Sheldrick and Tom Rosenthal. Why I like this song: it is catchy, it's happy, it's sad but happy, and the cover of the single reminds me of Lord of the Flies, which is a horrible book. Next, this is 2 songs, so take it with a grain of salt. Breeze Blocks and Matilda by Alt J are my next 2 songs, and the reason I like them is because it is groovy and it reminds me of Miss Trunchbull. And I also think the album cover is notable because it kind of reminds me of how rivers like to meander and create oxbow lakes. I had this sneeze again. It also reminds me of Miss Trunchbull because it's called Matilda. And I'm getting this album on vinyl. It's arriving in the mail shortly to my humble abode. Excuse me. I might need to get tested for the new variant of COVID called the ossification slay queen. Apologies. Next is Russian Roulette by Red Velvet because we all need some K-pop.
And not sure if I agree.
Notably enough, this song is quite happy and upbeat. So when it's on like my Spotify thingies, it always like says it's like dancing music, and I'm like, yay. Which oddly enough, Waltz Better Than Fine by Fiona Apple is not included on the dancing music, which is ironic because it's literally called Waltz. And it's a fourth time signature is what, and that is what waltzes are usually in.
Oh.
Actually, mostly in, like all the time, because that's basically what a waltz is. Next, we have Hang Me Up to Dry by Cold War Kids. And I chose the background because it reminds me of war and that it's by Cold War Kids. So that's the connection I made. And why I like this song, it has the three G's, which are not God, Gold, and Glory. They are actually grunge, groovy, and great. So next time you're in your 8th grade American history or you're in your 9th grade AP Human Geo class, you can say that you know that the three G's are grunge, instead of God, great, and God, glory, and gold.
So you may or may not know this, but an interesting thing about the Cold War is that there was actually no fighting in it at all, hence the name Cold War. So I don't know why that was added, the little explosions. It's like more about like it's called the cold.
Excuse me, I really need to get tested. You see, I was not really thinking about cold because the connection to cold here is that hot is cold, is the opposite of cold. But if you really think about it, when you get really cold, you feel really hot. Like one time I went sledding.
Okay, you move on.
And I got snow all over my face because my mom was dragging her foot in the snow as we were sledding down the hill, and it sprayed into my face, and I felt more hot than cold than I'd ever been. So my connection here is hot is cold and war is war. And there might have been a kid on that helicopter. I don't know. I think this is probably my last one. And it's One Step Closer by 100 Gex and Linkin Park. And technically it's a Linkin Park song, but 100 Gex just like reanimated it. Like it's like remix, but like fancier. I think the album cover is, it doesn't really suit my tastes. I mean, it kind of fits 100 Gex, but I feel like they're more like darker colors, you know, like maybe like a burst of color here and there, but I really don't think the neon green fits them that well. And I would not say the backwards letters are my favorite. Like, I feel like we should just write them normal, like just making it harder to read. Why I like it is because it like screams a lot. Like I only like that part. I don't like the parts that's like the bad parts. Okay, those are my 10 songs. I feel like it was probably only like 8.
Okay. Now that we heard all of that, unshare.
How do I do that?
Go back to the Zoom and then unshare. Or click on the Zoom thing. Or I'll just stop you from being able to share.
Okay.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay. Just wait. Stop participants sharing. Okay.
Okay, that worked.
Okay. Okay, top songs of this year. Can you see me?
I can't even see your screen, so you need to share it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to hit share.
I think I pinned myself because I'm way too hot, but
okay.
That font is so basic. Okay.
I didn't really care about the title. Okay. Let's
Continue.
begin with the top songs of this year. And I didn't really add any bullet points, but what I did do that Adele did not do is I actually put them in the order.
I
And I
can't
guess on
do
this,
orders. That's orderist.
I do rank things in my head. So whether
The
it
only
be
thing I
like,
rank is people, and you're sitting at like number 5 right now.
okay, do you have a hit list? Okay, let's just go on. Wait, why isn't it? Okay. Okay. My 10th song is from 60 like fucking 1,000-year-old Amy Man, who is still releasing music. And this song is called Give Me 15 off of her album, her November 5th album, Queens of the Summer Hotel. And this album, really stuck with me because, okay, so it's like made for the book that was also adapted into a movie. I haven't read or watched the movie, but it's Girl Interrupted, and it's like a mental health movie. But this is like for a musical.
God, I hate those.
um, okay, and it's like just like it just has like thematic vibes to it, but at the same time, I think the like the message behind it is really good because it kind of talks about how mental health systems oftentimes undermine women's mental health. So I really think, or when they diagnose, they kind of like with the hysteria thing back like a while ago, that was a thing, and like it's still like there's still things like that today. Um, Systemic issues in diagnosing mental health disorders, which this please put your hand down. This album, especially this song, really um really really highlights. And I haven't seen the book or watched the movie, so anybody who's done all three, like listened and everything else, tell me what like it all means. I just really like the album, and I think it's like thematic and everything. So
Can I be answered now?
yes.
You don't have to talk about the song for like 5 minutes like you just did. I feel like you can give a clear 15-second
I mean, you did, so
overview. I
you
didn't talk about the songs. I did a clear bullet pointed list, and each song took me approximately 20 seconds. So I think you can do a little bit better than that.
you took like 45 seconds, but okay. Okay, so this one's like I really like this album, and Anthony Fan Fake, you music nerd, excuse me, your literal rankings are always wrong. Like no, like you've never been right. Like kick I I should have been 10. But anyways,
I hate
I
that album.
I did appreciate you ranking it as the best rap album of this year. Especially for Arca because like she's really important. Anyways, we'll get to that later. But The Future by Spelling, this is the only album you ranked the 10 this year. So but I'm not talking to you directly anymore. I'm talking more about me. Get off your phone. I didn't go on my phone the whole okay, whatever. Don't pay attention to her. She doesn't really understand music. So what I really liked about this album, and I mean this song especially, is just like it just builds. It and it just builds. I'll just mute her. Um, so it really builds and um on itself. And I just think as this song goes on, it's just like really important. And I think her vocals on this album, especially on this track, are just like so dramatic. And they really have like I mean, obviously I wasn't born in the 80s, but they have nostalgia for the 80s, which I really like. So those are some things I like. Also, I really just thought like the album cover was just like a sheet, but there's actually a person there. It's just like really weird, but okay. Okay, you can talk now if you want.
Okay.
So this imagery is a little bit explicit. So if you have kids, kind of like cover up the middle of the screen, but it's Lost Woman Found. And I really love this song. It's like so powerful by Arca. I really love this song. It's off of Kick. I. And I love this song because it's just like so powerful. It's just it starts out with I'm looking for a miracle, and then it kind of like distorts the vocals. And I really like her vocals on this track. I just feel like they fit so well with like the glitchy, erratic electronic beats that Arca produces. Um, Making this like one of the most important tracks off of anything Arca's released ever up to this point. And I mean, I haven't really seen anything like this from her before. Um, and I think it really combined all the elements of Arca that I really needed this year. And I wanted from like previous works from like Kick Eye and like Zen. I really like this song especially. And though I'm not 100% sure what it means to Arca, I feel like it really like mean a lot to me. Do you still have a question or no? Your hand is still up.
I was just waiting to be acknowledged, and I feel like you're still talking way too much.
Okay. Um the next one, Little Deer by Spelling. And if we saw before, this is another spelling track off of the Turning Wheel. I
More
love
than
this.
one reaction.
Um, okay, so first of all, can we talk about how talented Spelling is for being able to go so deep as like
Why did you do another one of the same album? That's
a
literally
woman?
so boring.
Okay, you can get muted again if you want. Okay, so I just really love this track. And I did like it better than the Turning Wheel, and it is the most popular one, but it still isn't getting enough praise for it. Praise in general. So what I really just like about this song is that it's deep. It's like it just and not even like lyrically, like the melodic strings that kind of like weave with in her vocals and the way she kind of it almost feels like she stretches her voice in a lot of her music. Like, but not in a way that it feels like pitchy and nasally. It's just like powerful. And that's what made me really like this track and think it's really important. That is disgusting. Okay. Okay. Black Bathing Suit by Lana Del Rey. Adelaide really pretends not to like Lana, even though she literally listened to her for like a long time. It was like really hypocritical. So I really like this track off of her most recent album, Blue Banisters. And it's like so okay. So it begins with like birds, like crows, I think. Crows or ravens. I don't know what the difference is between those two. I know there's a difference, but I don't know. It's not like I feel like they're similar. It's just I don't care enough to know the difference between the words. Anyways, um, it's like ka ka ka, and then it goes
I
dun,
feel
dun,
like I
and
feel
then
like
it
knowing
begins
the
with like
difference between a crow and a raven would be something that you would know.
okay, I just don't know that. Maybe I'll look it up afterwards and then I'll know and then I'll be able to say it. But okay, so what I really like about this album is how, again, I really like songs that build. Like the title track off this album did this. It didn't do it to the extent I hoped it would, but this did. So and then so it has peaks and then it has like Mount Everests, but then it has like little valleys where it's calm. And it is a milk. I think you meant to say mid. Okay, but so
No,
it
it says Lana is a MILF.
oh MILF. She's not a mother though. Okay, so what I really like is like the part where she goes, I'm not friends with my mother, but I still love my dad. Untraditional lover. Like it tones it down a little bit on the parts that like so it can match the she just left. Okay, so it can match the tone of the lyrics, if you know what I'm saying. That's kind of hard to explain. Um, I love this album as a whole. It's not my favorite Lana work, but I love this album as I do every of her songs. And we were blessed to have two albums this year. And I love the song, and it was one of my favorites off the album. So, I mean, there's nothing really I can say bad about it. Fifth. So I really like this track just because it means like it's personal to me because though I'm not from the city, it is in my state, and we need kind of some representation of
Is that like
Nebraska.
Nick Crompton, like England is my city?
No. Um, so basically she was like, I've been wearing the same damn clothes for 3 damn days. Lincoln, Nebraska's got me in a haze. And I think she was talking about how she did a concert in Omaha, Nebraska, which is where I live. But um she said Lincoln. But I really like this song, despite the cliche title. Um I just think it's like so soft and elegant, and it just like I don't know, it's hard to explain. You have to listen to it, so do listen to it. But what I was really thinking with this is just like personal, and also just like how it's like it's kind of talks about how um you are leaving because you
I
want to
feel like
find
I
yourself,
took like
but
10 times less time than you.
you have things in the past that you want to keep, um but you want to take them with you, and there's some things that you can, but there's something that you have to convince, and you also have to convince them to leave things in their past. So you just kind of have to weigh out the opportunities, and you have to convince them. So I think that's really important, and I think that song is what it really means. Okay, so this, oh shoot, okay, Queens of the Summer Hotel, again, suicide, I'm not gonna say it, community guidelines. Okay, is Murder by Amy Mann. This is another track off of Queens of the Summer Hotel, which again I enjoy. And I'm just gonna give like the same little, it's this, I like this song for the same reasons why I liked Give Me 15. It's
Ugh, sorry, my natural hair is just really curly.
it just has the message, but it also has like another message of like how you have to listen, and I don't really want to talk about it on here just because it's kind of not I don't know. I want
Relevant.
to no, I want to use words in the way that like will make it safe for YouTube. Just like I don't want to have to say the word again on accident. So, but you know what I mean. Okay. Señorita by Arca. And I really love this song. Okay, so this album, Kick I is like okay. Um Anthony Fantano rated as the top third best album this year, which I would say it's like, I don't know, like the second best album of this year. But um Jesus, this song is so like, gosh, I love this song. It's like I can't say the words because most of them are like vulgar, but like the I don't know, it's just like you can dance to it. It's like there's not dance music anymore. It's like dance music, but it's just like what dances can you do to it? Like the same thing over and over again. This one's like boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
None of these lyrics are in Spanish except for like the last ones. Like,
Señorita,
que susto. Yeah, they're all in English.
Señorita
Yeah,
by Arca.
yeah.
Um, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Let's Arca lyrics. No, they're not. Not all of them. No, literally you're lying. Look at my screen. Get wrapped up in shit. Not sure who you think you're dealing with.
That's literally English. What?
I think it probably is giving you the wrong thing. It did that for me before, I think.
It's English.
Yeah.
Why is one of the lyrics phlegm spit in your open hole before it?
I was hoping you would say that. Okay. But like it's the way she says it and like the way it's glitchy, but you can still like, because like a lot of time with glitchy music, and I'm not saying that Arca doesn't have this problem. You can't hear what they're saying, and the glitchy is just like in your ears to the point where it's just like, I need a lyric sheet, but I don't need a lyric sheet for this. Like I can hear what she's saying, but at the same time it's glitchy, so it like meshes them perfectly. And her production skills have just gotten better over time, even though like even from her earlier works from like the stretch EPs, I really found her production was still good. Okay. Second, If You Lie Down With Me by Lana Del Rey. I mean, there's not a lot I can say for this song. I just like it so much. Same reason why I like Black Bathing Suit. But like the outro of this album, I mean, this song is so good. Oh my gosh. Like the drums, they're perfectly syncopated. And I also just really like the lyric.
Syncopated.
I don't know. There's not really. I mean, you understand. I don't want to have to say the same thing over and again. It's like the same reason I like Black Bathing Suit. This album as a whole is so cohesive. Okay, number one spot, White Dress by Lana Del Rey.
I feel like Lana likes to name a lot of her songs after clothing. And like
Blue Jeans. Um, there's not a lot. Black Bathing Suit, White Dress, Blue Jeans. There's like a few, I guess.
I got my red dress. And...
That's Summertime Sadness. I don't know. Can you wear sadness? I mean, you can wear sadness. Like I wear sadness.
Figuratively.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, White Dress. I really like the song because I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it builds. It builds on itself, and at the end, like it made me feel like God. How it made me feel, made me feel better. Like this is one of the best songs I've heard of all time, and I recently got the Cobalt limited edition Black Friday exclusive. Um, and hearing that was just like a total. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to have this experience again, but I tried and I think I did. So I really like this song because it's just like so buildy, but it also is like meaningful. Like her lyrics on this. I mean, you do have to know Lana for this, like more than like if you're just a first time listener. So that's why like her newer music is like less accessible because with her debut, everybody was finding out Lana with Lana. But now it's kind of like Lana has found herself, but you had to have already found her, or you had to at least became a historian. Like
I feel like that's called gatekeeping.
no, it's not. You can learn Lana, but like it's harder for people to get into her now because of that. So that's not a fault
Okay, you're
of
being all
people.
philosophical and shit. And I'm just talking about songs I like. God damn.
Okay, so I'm done. That's my first best song of this year. So and bless Lana for releasing 2 albums this year because your faves could never. Maybe Taylor Swift, but we'll get to that later. Okay, Adelaide, your turn to share your top album
Okay.
of this year.
I
Just do
was
album.
guess
I'll
what I
stop.
was guess what I was playing.
What?
I was playing
Go Girls? Okay.
Okay, can you see?
Yes.
Okay. Top 5
Oh
most
no. Okay, you're just doing hand songs. Did you not pick up? Wait. Don't do it. Don't. You have to tell us your favorite album of this year.
Oh, my favorite album of this year.
Yeah.
Um,
I love the shapes.
I don't. I didn't
Just
really
pick one you like.
a lot of new albums from this year, but I liked 30 by Adele, which I know is like basic, but it's like a good album. Like, okay. Moving on to top 5 most hated songs of 2021. And here are some infographics.
What information is given there? It's really just graphics.
I'm gonna wake my parents.
I'm in the basement.
So this orange arrow is representing two things at one time.
Jesus rebirth.
No,
No.
it's
Easter.
representing.
Mark your calendars. Easter is Jesus rebirth.
It's representing, first of all, the St. Louis Arch in its archetype
Archetype.
structure. Which, by the way, arches were created in the Roman Empire, which is why you see so many Roman colosseums with so many arches, because they found out that it's really easy to do.
Arca.
Okay. It's not in reference to Arca, by the way. It's also in reference, if you flip it upside down, it's like the Amazon logo, but backwards, like it's
and the colors are very reminiscent of a one-humped McDonald's.
That was not my intention. I apologize if you took it as such. I might need to do a separate apology video on this later. Okay. And my next infographic represents the color purple, which our dear friend Miles Pants seems to think is pink. It's not. He's just colorblind. Okay, moving on to top 5 most hated albums of 2021.
I feel like you're just gonna get hate for this. This is, except for like the middle. Oh, Jesus Christ, to deliver these hot takes. I don't know what we're gonna do. Might not have to post a video because
I don't like listen to like basic music. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Okay, so backstory behind all of these. Okay, so Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. I just feel like I know a lot of people like it, but I don't like the songs on there. I don't like the
except for Jealousy, apparently.
Okay, that is not related to this, and you know
because
that.
I've never streamed an Olivia Rodrigo song in my life, but you have.
Well, who was it that had all of her songs like on Spotify?
We both know that was first of all, you're using that as a scapegoat to put me in the blame, but like second of all,
okay, moving
we all know
on.
Lynn and Chance did that on purpose.
The reason that I am not a very big fan of this album is because I feel like you can sense it, especially in her song Driver's License, or maybe a song like Deja Vu, which they like, as you were saying earlier with your Lana, they like do like mountains, but the mountain is like bad and it's like it all explodes, but it's like
a volcano.
Totally like you've seen it everywhere. Like it's totally like
poppy.
I prefer music that goes like this, like the stock market, because I'm a really big investor in stocks. So I feel like it's important that other aspects of my life rotate around the stock market. Moving on. One exception to this album, which I might have a few exceptions, is Jealousy, because there's a backstory behind that, which I am not going to disclose. Moving on, this album, I forgot what it's called. What is
Certified Lover Boy by Drake.
Certified Lover Boy by Drake. Okay, I am not a fan of this album because I'm not really a fan of Drake. I personally was not a fan of his lyric. She said, "I'm lesbian." I said, "Girl, me too." I don't even know if that's the right.
She said she a lesbian. Go, me too.
Don't quote me on that. And also I feel like the album cover is like trash. Like he could have made it in 15 seconds on PixArt. And One exception to this album is Way Too Sexy because it is a hype song for volleyball and also the dance is okay.
You do volleyball? Never heard that before.
I have a letter. Bet you're not gonna letter freshman year. Moving on. Red,
Okay.
Taylor's version. I actually am gonna say I've never listened to this song. The only reason it made this list is because I hate how people were like obsessing over it. Like I know so many people who changed their Instagram usernames to like their name and then Taylor's version. It's so cringy and it just caused me to put this album on the slides. And I'm not a very huge fan of Taylor Swift's works. Some of her songs are okay, but I like more of the like country songs over the pop songs. I feel like her country work is a little bit better. Like the one where she says like, "I'll tell you you're gay."
I love that lyric.
That lyric.
Yeah.
I like the songs from like that one Blue album by her. I don't know what it's called.
That's a debut, or yeah, I think it's called Taylor Swift.
Okay, I also
Taylor Swift fans are the most annoying people on the internet ever.
1989 is okay, I guess it's like mid.
To Pimp a Butterfly should have won that year, though.
Okay. I don't. Okay. Billie Eilish. I don't know how to say her last name. Happier Than Ever. Not because I like don't really like the songs. I've also never listened to all of the songs in this album, so I haven't listened to all the songs in any of these albums. I just don't like them. This album.
You're just digging a hole for yourself when people come and they see this.
Okay. Album cover.
I just made this. Wait.
Copied Perfume Genius, which is not okay. And I also do really not like Billie as a person. I feel like
I made this on my Pixar, by the way.
Okay. I feel like she's like not a very good person. Therefore her music is bad. And then moving on to my least favorite. That makes it sound like a double negative. My most least favorite. That's better.
Your most?
Yeah, like
this one least.
The one I like the least. Is Chemtrails Over the Country Club by Lana Del Rey. The reason I don't like this album is because all of Lana Del Rey's songs are mid except for Art Deco and The Blackest Day. I think those two songs are like
and Radio, right?
80%. They're like getting there. Another reason I don't like this album is because I think that the table cover choice is bad. I feel like they could have done a better job. Maybe
but look how happy they look. They're
maybe
so
chosen. I put an example as the background for what they could have chosen, like this nice chevron pattern here.
Oh yeah,
fit a little bit
the
better.
Little HGTV beachy stilt house island home house hunters.
Yeah. Anyways, as a collective whole, as like a altogether collective, as a yeah, these are all my albums, and I feel like we should have a vote for whose slide presentation was better. I mean, obviously take design into consideration, as we all know who's winning that.
Okay, so we got over that.
Now moving on.
Are you done? You're done.
Yeah.
It's not Christmas.
I'm done.
Okay. Stop participant sharing. So now I'm gonna go on to mine, which is probably a little bit more a little bit less controversial and a little bit more
Awful.
digestible by the public. Okay.
Okay, but we're
Okay,
not.
so I have my favorite album
Are we?
because that was the assignment, but Adele just failed. So Chemtrails Over the Country Club. Just look how happy all these people are, except for her, but she's just like happy sometimes. And like
Would have
I
been
don't know.
better with some chevron.
But I think he thought probably that this is like a plastic or vinyl tablecloth, but I really think it's actually not. I think because either that's fray or it is plastic or vinyl, but even then, I don't care because it's still better than anything you could have made, and it's the best. Oh, I think she just left. Um, okay, 1 second. I am on FaceTime with her, so I actually can. You left the call. Hello? Hello?
Apparently my volume was a bit too loud, so because my brother came into the room.
Okay, let's just turn on your camera. Okay, I'm gonna just shut off my camera because I don't wanna. I don't do this. Okay, this is her right now in her tapestry-filled bedroom. Okay, so okay, Chemtrails Over the Country Club, my favorite album of this year and I hope of all time, possibly. This, NFR, or Vespertine by Bjork. But okay. Okay, so these are my least favorite albums, delivering some hot takes. Actually, probably just one. So my literal okay, so Welcome to the Madhouse by Tones and I. Never have I ever had an album so terrible that it makes me actually want to I hope Tones and I dies in Roblox. Yeah. So I hope she dies in Roblox, of course. But because just this song is so music is so bad. Like okay. Okay, so like look at this album cover. Looking at it, that little hair flip right there. Do you see that? That is literally in the little side step. Okay. Can we talk about Nobody Asked? And then the twins. Stop trying to be like The Shining. And just everything about this. Look at it. The vibrant colors that just look like you've selected rainbow off the color palette. And I'm colorblind, but I know that's like a fucking eyesore. And it hurts to look at. Like I'm honestly contemplating going into edit on the slides and just deleting this so I can carry on this review without having to look at this monstrosity. But let's just get into, I mean, now that we've covered the album cover, which would alone make this the worst album of this year, which I do believe this is the worst album of this year, possibly of all time. But what makes it even worse is just the songs. Okay, if I'm being honest, Tones and I's vocals were never good on Dance Monkey or whatever most popular song. One Hit Wonder much. Like those vocals, unbearable. I've never heard anything worse in my life. Literally the worst possible thing I've ever heard. Okay, but I've never heard anything worse. But okay, but this is worse. This is no. So I actually have heard something worse than the vocals on Dance Monkey. This album. I listened to one song on this album, and I did not listen to all of it. I listened to the first 30 seconds of it, and then um I I literally poured mouthwash into my eyeballs. I mean, and my ears because I had to look at this thing and I had to listen to it, and that was just too much. like the listening thing took it to like an exponential level that honestly, if I played this for anyone besides myself, I feel like, because like I can handle most things. Like if I played this for anybody besides myself, I feel like I would never see them again because the sheer velocity of terribleness that hits you from this album would knock you off the face of the earth. So I don't think you'd ever see them again. I don't think you'd ever see them if you. I feel like it would surpass light speed, and I know that's not possible, but I feel like it would just go so fast. It would like go further than the Andromeda Galaxy and probably an extra mile because like this is the worst thing I've ever heard, like ever. It's actually worse than Dance Monkey, which I never thought I would ever say. Like I was like, oh, I'm so glad that music has finally found rock bottom so it can just go higher from here. But then I realized that there was an actual entire cave system below the already billion-foot pit. And this cave system actually leads to a deeper cave system that's a ravine, like the ravines in Minecraft, except that ravine is the B-side on this album because I feel like she was just like, I have no more hatred for this universe. So I'm just gonna put whatever comes out of my Australian fingers into the production of this album, except that ended up making it worse because she actually did have hatred for the universe left. Plus, there was literally no effort at all. So it was just this monstrosity. Moving on to Inside by Bo Burnham. This album is terrible and a lot of people like it, and most people who like it, I don't like because most people who like it are a certain breed of gay people. Let's just say that. And I don't really like that kind of gay people. I'm not homophobic. I actually like gay people, except for these gay people. And I don't think these gay people are actually gay. Yeah, but I feel like they just like lose their status. I don't know. I just feel like, but Bo Burnham is like the most insufferable human being. And this album, which I haven't listened to, but I have heard the little 15-second blurbs on TikTok on the short 20-second cosplays that Dream cosplayers use. And it's just whatever hot shit came out of Bo Burnham's closet space, is if this is what you can call it. I mean, the blinds are closed. I don't know the artistic thought that came out of this album.
Probably saying that.
Yeah, that probably. But the blinds are closed and it's day. And we know the sun is it's it's like past like 10 o'clock. He's obviously not asleep because the sun rays are coming in like diagonally. So he's just scum. And the fan's not on, so we know it's probably 1,000 degrees in there. And he's just this rat that's producing shit with whatever production equipment he has on this album cover. But the music is terrible and it uses some of the most basic melodies I've heard within the past like 20 years, even though I've not been alive for that time. I've heard the music that have came out of pop music. And I have nothing wrong with pop music. But this music is bad music. So we can just say that. But so we just I mean, and so many people like this. So I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Like, it's just so bad. Listen to it. Don't listen to it. Please don't listen to it. Um, moving on, Adelaide already covered Certified Lover Boy by Drake. This monstrosity, which by the way, I created this album, something of this album cover on Pixar within like 20 seconds. Like I was showing it before. So we can take that with what you will. We know this album, I mean, with the album cover that probably took Drake's album cover designer that he probably has 15 seconds to make, and it probably got him the salary of an average lifetime of an exploited worker. So, you know, um, and the amount of revenue this got, which quickly outsold Lana Del Rey's album, Blue Banisters, which was annoying. Well, it didn't outsell it, actually.
Well deserved.
Actually, it just outsold Arcadia, but it didn't because she was actually #1 for most of it. But then he released it after, so obviously it had like, it was like this. She went like up, and then he went up, but later on, but he didn't go as high. And then she went down, but was
Did you
still
know you've been
above.
talking for an hour?
So you talked as well. Okay, so Justice by Justin Bieber. I mean, what the fuck is the album cover? I know I'm getting too transfixed, but judge a book by its cover. Come on. I mean, we must be associating bad album covers with bad music because all of the music here is bad. And I'm starting to question with these monstrosities, as I've said before, if everything is art anymore, because that's a position I used to hold. Every form of music is art, but I am not so sure. So Justice, I mean, it's terrible. I hate it. I hate Peaches. It's my least favorite song off this album, and I really don't like it. So we can talk about the lyrical failure that was this album, or the whiny vocals, if there are any, and the no progression from the song Yummy, which, oh my God. And I think that honestly brought on COVID, because the first time I heard about COVID was with the song Yummy. So, I mean, I'm not, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's possible, and it's probable as well. So you can blame, you don't have to blame it on a bat, you can blame it on Justin Bieber. Sia music. So Sia has been okay. So before we get into the music side, let's just talk about how bad of a person Sia is. Sia is terrible. Like, this album is off of a terrible movie she directed about an autistic child. She was problematic to say the least, and immeasurably harm to say the most. Immeasurable harm to say the most, because like, I mean, just I don't even want to say it. The hot shit that came out of this album is probably best explained by the dry, rubbery eggs that were probably most likely cooked in a broken a broken microwave that radiated into Sia's brain, frying it, causing her to produce a monstrosity such as this.
I think my segment took 20, no, not even 20. I think it took 10 minutes, and you
Just
have been talking.
Wait, just the bad music has been taking an hour? Really? Okay.
It's been an hour since we started this video.
Okay, we'll time that later. But so not much more to say. Oh yeah, actually let's just talk about her vocals real quick. So I hate her vocals, and they're terrible, but they used to be okay. They used to be mid, and that's why I sort of enjoyed Born Yesterday's vocals when she was featured on Arca's song, except it wasn't really a feature, it was just a sample from like a 2012 demo Sia made before Sia was outed as a terrible person. But really, her vocals have always been mid. And the only thing that saved them on Arca's music is just how good of a producer Arca is. But this album didn't really have anybody with the talent and prestige as Arca to save it. So it really just hit the fan and exploded into a million fragments of shit. So overall, we can just say with these terrible albums that music is mostly bad. And we should cherish the time it's good. Times it's good because I'm going to see a lot of it and stream Chemtrails Over the Country Club, Blue Banisters, and Kick I through I.
Love song.
What?
I should have put Max by Dream on my top 10.
That would be a thing. Okay, so we're done. Adele, any closing comments?
Can you tell them?
Oh, they can about Dream. No, I think they heard you, but Adele wishes she put Dream's Mask as one of her top 10 songs. So this has been the video of 2021 comprehensive music list. Hope you enjoyed. It's important that you like it, subscribe and share it with anybody. And if you found it controversial, especially with Adele's least favorite music, please get mad about that. Actually stay mad about it because she will not respond because this is getting posted on my account. I might respond, but I will respond cryptically. So I'll probably say some weird reference to.
Wait, can you tell them about cryptocurrency?
And make sure to buy all the worst NFTs. So Adele says, make sure to buy all the worst NFTs so we contribute to the environmental decline of the planet. Thanks for watching our debut video. And if you would like more, tell us, give us ideas. This probably won't get any
stock to invest in
viewers.
is Amazon.
This probably won't get any viewers, so this might
Tell
just.
them the best stock to invest in is Amazon.
And Adele says, you probably already heard her because I'm holding the camera up, but the best stock to invest in is Amazon, if you've ever heard of that company.
This is not true.
You were lying? They can hear you.
Oh.
Okay, thank you guys. Everything we said here was serious. So don't take this with 1 grain of salt. Take this with 48 tablespoons, which is enough to kill you. Or 48 teaspoons, which is enough to kill you. Sorry. 48 tablespoons would kill you, but 3 times. Because I'm pretty sure it's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon.
Stop this video.
Thank you so much. I've already said thank you so much, but I have to stop the share so I can stop recording. Okay, bye. Say bye, Adele.